Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 26th through to the 1st of September. We're going to do it a slightly different way today. We're just going to get the messages before we even pull the cards. So we've got the overall energies here. I hope you have a lovely reading, by the way. Let's just see what's going on for you here. There's a lot playing down into socializing, I think, more than anything else. It's almost as like you're window shopping for life, sort of saying, I want to live life, but I'm not sure how I want to do that. Therefore, I'm going to go out there, get involved, get very social and see what becomes available, basically. That's what it seems to be, that sort of way. It seems like need a bit of not guidance, but certainly confirmation on a certain direction that you wish to be sort of going within your life, because it does play slightly into the future on the overall energies. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. It's playing definitely to the future. There is no doubt about it, and it's also plays to your karmic path, as if to sort of say the decisions have been made on where you should be attacking life, and therefore you know what you want to do, you know what you're good at and what have you, and now it's a case of just going after it more than anything else. Yeah, Temperance. There is a bit of that umming and ahhing. Now, we've seen that over the past 2-3 years. It didn't work well for you. So I think this is possibly a week here where normally when you're very occupied in life, you don't have to worry about what you're doing and where you're going because you're occupied. You're really busy, you're happy, you're vibrant and everything like that. And when things slow down, sometimes a little bit of doubt creeps in and it's difficult to make decisions and so forth. But the thing is, you've lived a long period of procrastination and difficulty in making decisions. And I think this is, in a way, it's almost a sort of like, it's like energy sort of like testing your metal, sort of saying, well, slow things down a little bit for Sagittarius and see how they deal with it. You know, helping you to find your inner resources more than anything else. And I think that's what's playing on both your financial side and on your relationship side. You're finding out the true strength of your inner resources. The karmic path here is, well, it's playing backwards, but it's more playing into the social side of life. And I think it's sort of like, you know, it's almost as if like your karmic path is sort of like poking you a little bit, as if to sort of say, do you remember how good it can be? The Empress, having a control over your emotions. As I said, I think they're testing your mettle in regards to your emotions here a little bit. The Empress card, she has a control over her empire through her emotions. And this is where you've got to, you know, stay true to yourself. Stay true to the joy that you know you have within you and that you can share with the world around you. And it does play a little bit into that, socializing and what have you, without putting your emotions at risk. It's very, very organized sort of engagement more than anything else. I didn't take the message from the universe, but here it is. That is where I think you're going to find your joy and your happiness. The universe here is bringing in the sunshine. I think it's shining a light as well on your capacity to have a control over your emotional side of life. You know, you can take it both ways. Either you've met someone and you've got to have a certain control over your emotions so you don't just let them run riot, because that could be actually quite detrimental to your relationship or detrimental to you. And, you know, it's also at the same time that maybe if you separated from someone and that habit of having that person around you is testing your emotions to see whether you're going to go after your happiness or cave into your past. And I think this is where there is a degree of patience and seeing how things work for you. In your past self is playing into the Empress card, into the karmic path of your emotional side of life. And it's testing things that you've been through and a very gentle level to see how you sort of react to it. Yeah, I think there is. There you go. Your past self. You get the Eight of Pentacles. It's seeing how you've done the work, basically, seeing whether it works well. It's like you've built a bridge, and now you're getting the surveyors in to test whether you built it well or not. And I think you have, Sagittarius. This is the thing. I think you have indeed, and I think it's going to be a very, very joyous week, very empowering week for you more than anything else. I think you have done, looking at your readings anyway, I think you've done an amazing amount of work on your relationship side. Let's just see what your future self is sort of saying here. Free meadows, and I get someone skipping down like wild flowers in a meadow. It's just atypical sort of freedom sort of thing about it. Seven of Cups. Through a lot of choices, if you realize, if you know what's good for you and you have a certain control over your emotions and you allow your happiness to come into your life and you have complete control over that, there may be lots of choices here, and some of them have got snakes in them and stuff like that. And I think this is where it's testing your mettle for you to stay true to the cup, the joy that you can create from within you. And there seems to be an umming and ahhing, making a decision about your emotions, about your joy and your happiness in life. That's what it seems to be here. And there is only one evident path. Once you look at those choices, at some point you're just going to turn around and start saying, it's evident I should be doing that. In the lessons to be learned out of this week here, stay true, stay true, stay true. Stay true to your happiness. Stay true to what you want. Yeah, stay true to you. Look at that, Six of Pentacles there. I think this is because you've been done the good work. It's time to put yourself first. And it's not a case of putting yourself first of walking on other people. That's not what putting yourself first is. It's just deciding, kind of saying, no, I don't actually like that, thanks, because I like that. Yeah, I'm going to go over that way. And it's nothing horrible to another person or anything like that. It's really just putting your joy and your happiness first. Once you start doing that, that's when it's going to really start motoring. And I think this is a realization week for you. It's a real watershed moment for you. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic path here is playing into your past. It's playing into your past. It is a little bit that's going into your future. As I said, I think it's like you know what you've got to do and you're going ahead and doing it, basically. Yeah, it's a new world. It's a new approach to the way you do business and the way you engage in your own success in a very posed or poised. You have real control and over the situation. Control over your success. You're not allowing emotions to, derail your pathway to your destination. You're definitely going into a whole new way of doing things. On the universe here, how's the universe helping you? The universe is helping you with it's certainly asking you to get out there and start networking. And as you do, I think we actually saw this last week as well. The universe seems to still be in this position where you don't have to put in a great deal to get a lot back from life. So investing or, trying to sell your product or trying to promote your business or your projects, or even just sort of like making headway in your career path of getting a new job and so forth. I don't think you have to apply for a lot of things before you get offers, basically. That's what it seems to be like. Yeah, there seems to be an old way that's dead, done and dusted with. It's before, life could have been very difficult for you. And I think that's helping you to understand the the importance of having faith in yourself and having faith in that you will get there. And that doubt is dead, done and dusted within you. It's gone. and the assurance that, or confidence that you're building within you, the universe is helping you to do that, to rebuild. The past, I didn't take a reading from it, but you get the Page of Cups. What seemed impossible in the past may seem possible now. And I think this is where the doubt is dead, done and dusted with. That's the sort of thing I get from it. Because now you're starting to realize that actually you can really reach for the stars here. This is a whole new approach to your, your career or your business or your projects, and how you engage financially in life. It's taking it to a whole new level. Didn't take this card here for some reason. It's the pages that I need to be doing. The future here. You got to learn about how you put your passions into life. And I think this is where this comes in here, that, having faith in yourself and being sure about where you put your energy, your money, your enjoyment about what you do. And you've got to be very gentle with yourself, because it's a learning curve that you're going through here. And you may have success in life. And the question is how do you maintain it, or how do you take it to the next level? And I think that's what you're learning about this, pushing the boundaries a little bit. And what's the lessons to be learned out of this week here? Everything comes with good measure. So basically, you may put you may bet like $1,000 and you only get $50 back with that bet. But if you bet in another way, you may only, you can put $10 down and you get $40 back. And it's a far greater ratio. And it's just basically seeing and playing a bit with life, testing things, I think, and seeing how you invest in life emotionally, physically, materialistically, and what you get in the way of paybacks. Yeah, and I think being in accordance with yourself, being in accordance with your higher self, and realizing that, it's not just about money. It's also about stature. It's also about sort of respect, doing finances, doing a business or a project. It's having some sort of value that's far greater than money. It could also be time. So you're earning enough money so you've got enough time to do activities that you so desire as well. And being in alignment with that is a learning curve that you're doing at the moment. And as I said, you may well have success. Just be patient with yourself more than anything else. Just be patient with yourself as you go forward. So, yes, let's just see what's going on with the Temperance card. Is there a decision to be made? I think you're being tested on how you emotionally engage in life. And that could well be the decision, the sort of saying, do I go out or do I stay home? I'd go out. I'd engage in life if I was you. Allow the sunshine to start shining in your life. And that's the decision you need to make. Once you make that decision, it's going to become very easy to be a leader in your pathway. Yeah, it's on your karmic path to go off on a real mission here. And it's a mental mission as well. How you stimulate yourself. How you engage in life. Rather than an emotional sort of thing here. It's how you maintain your good vibrations that are within you. And how you engage that in life. And as I said, there's some things that, you don't have to walk on people in order to do this. It all comes from inside you. From the sunshine, you get the Temperance. Turning negative into positive. This is where it's testing you a bit, sort of like putting a bit of pressure upon you to see whether you kind of go, oh no, I'm not going to do it then. Or whether you kind of go, I'm going to go for it. And I think this is where it's to see whether you've come out of this last 2 or 3 years slump emotionally, where you've been a bit shut down emotionally. And now you're starting to open up. And as you open up, you're going to see clearly what works and what doesn't work. And I think this will, I think you had an offering in life. I think you realized it could well be a relationship. Someone came forward and sort of, offered something to you, an opportunity to open up your emotions. And this is what triggered you to do work on yourself, because it may not have come off. I'm not sure whether it came off or not there, of what someone, this offering or this communication about love. And because it didn't really come off, it stimulated this idea, kind of going, oh, I've got to work on myself here. I've got to be a lot more sort of determined as we go forward. Yeah, I think this is it. The Empress of learning about how to engage in life, and in your future self, it's following that evident path, as I said, with the revelation number of the 7. You get the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a spiritual master in regard to the material world. So it's body, mind, and spirit. The High Priestess is spirit, mind, and body. It's the approach. It's like the Emperor's card approaches life through spirit, body, and mind. So she has control over the spirit side. So then, therefore, she can be stimulated mentally and get the body, the results that she so wishes. Emperor does it in the opposite way. And this is a little bit more like the Emperor than anything else. You know the steps you need to take. You know what you need to do in order to just get involved into the happy stuff. So you don't take steps backwards, basically. So you're not going backwards, you're only going forward. And you have to put yourself first in order for this to happen. Page of Wands, again, this is all about learning. Put yourself first. Trying things out. I think this is really important. Trying things out. This is how you're going to test your emotional side of life. And this is where you're going to realize that you're actually winning, or you can, surmount anything and still be happy and still be in a really good way. But you have to approach it in a very light and happy-go-lucky sort of vibe more than anything else. And it's going to, with that happy-go-lucky, you're going to be able to really see your true inner force. And with that true inner force, that's where the happiness is going to come through. And that's when you're not going to miss the opportunity in the future for happiness to be in your life. On your financial side, with the World card, yeah, you're going off on a mission. You're saying goodbye to lots of stuff. Saying goodbye to lots of stuff. You're going on a very passionate mission. I haven't done the Temperance card there. I will do that in a second. But you obviously, on your karmic path, it's all about this mission that you've already set in place in your life. And this new dynamic approach, or this new way of engaging and doing things. So applying for different jobs, just changing the angle of approach a little bit, is bringing in the good results. And I think it's a time to explore and experiment. Look, with the Temperance card, there was a reason why that card didn't come out, because it had to come out there. You've got the 2 2s. There is a lot of decisions that you're making this week. It's a real eye-opener for you this week. It provides a lot of information, a lot of possibilities in the coming future. But in order to do that, you've got to stick to the plan. And I think you've got to be patient with the plan for your success as well. With the 10 of Swords, you get the Lovers card. And you got the Lovers at the top here. I think this is where you're sort of saying, I'm done with that. I'm done with that idea that, I've got to keep this job because, that I need the money and everything like that. But hang on a second. Maybe this company here would really miss out if you were no longer with them. And I think this is where you're changing your own self-value in accordance to your job, your business, and your projects. So rather than, allowing the others to have the upper hand, you're now starting to get the upper hand because you're starting to believe in yourself more than anything else. Yeah, in your past, with the Page of Cups, what seemed impossible can now seem possible. Now is the time to reach for the stars. This is exactly what I said with the Page of Cups. You're starting to realize that you can, reach for the stars and get exactly what you want. With this passion, you have that wisdom within you, that knowledge, that understanding of where you're going and what you want out of life. and what you can do. And with that decision making within you, you can play around with your passions without them being too risky. So you're not going to lose here by playing about. You know, sometimes you kind of go, oh, that didn't really work, but I really enjoyed trying it. Maybe I should try it another way. And that's where you're starting to fall in love with what you do and who you are. And that's what's important with the lessons to be learned here. Yeah, taking a leap of faith, because that's what you want to be saying goodbye to. You know, it's taking a leap of faith because you're letting go of all the past, of the detrimental stuff that you may have even just talked to yourself and told yourself, and being, you know, sometimes your worst enemy. And it's a real, you've rebuilt yourself over the past 2 years. It's absolutely amazingly done, seeing your readings, and now you're testing the model that you have created, and it comes out really well. It comes out really well, but you've got to be patient this week. You've got to be patient with yourself, and you've got to be patient with the world around you. There you go, Sagittarius. Thanking you very much for being with us. Really do appreciate all the support you show this channel for the YouTube system. Hope you get the best out of these readings, and I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.